Good evening, everybody. I'm back. Skellzor's back. Welcome to the stream.
Yay! I recovered enough to be present and alive.
Yeah,
Which,
and good news, you didn't miss anything, because the last time you were here we had a little bit of a hardware issue. Not even software issue, really. So we're going to be starting back up right where you and I left off last time.
Oh, fantastic.
I hope everybody's having a good evening out there. I didn't expect to be able to stream tonight, that's why there wasn't much of a lead up to this, but I am able to stream tonight.
We're all happy to be here, aren't we?
Yeah, I figure I'll do this for a couple hours, maybe get through this particular level. We are in Nali Haven, or Gateway to Nali, rather. Here's our little Willy Wonka sky elevator. You can see there's a bird down there. It's a very clever use of that.
A bird below us? How could that be?
So we are in the sky. We have taken the elevator upwards. I don't know why there's blood in there. We've taken the elevator upwards, and now we are on one of the floating islands that makes up Nali's, upper atmosphere.
Bizarre ecosystem, if we're being honest.
Oh no! Here we see a little more of the brutality of this regime. These are new enemies. These are Krall. Krall. They are...
yes, I remember these guys.
Yeah. They're a slave race used by the Skaarj. They have little staves, and they shoot you with them. So here, look, we can see other sky islands out in the distance, and this is just stuff that is up here.
Kepler would hate this place.
This is just part of the lovely world building of Unreal, where you're going to be on one of these, you're going to be exploring it the entire time, you'll be wondering, wow, what is in all of these other ones? I wish I could go over there and find out. But you can't, because they're just little bitmap textures. But the important thing is that you can see them. And think how much more boring this would be if you couldn't. Imagine looking out over a cliff and seeing literally nothing. I'm sure no other game that would come out 3 years later would make that sort of silly mistake.
It's also worth noting that then it's not a single texture just pasted around you in a shape. It's... Even though those are flat 2D images, they are placed within the skybox. That's what it's called. It's called a skybox kit.
Yes. They're individual little billboards you can place. So that's why there's a little bit of variety to them. I always forget if there's anything down
a
here.
parallax effect, which, people would have killed to be able to do in, like, 95.
Yeah. This is fun. These are more Teridium crystals. It is theorized within the game that this is what allows Nali to be like this. And lovely little framing here. That's great. It's theorized that the Teridium crystals are kind of that anti-grav sort of thing.
I mean, it's no more unbelievable than, say, some sort of miracle metal that can only be found on a planet inhabited by one giant conjoined ecosystem, populated by people that are strikingly similar to humans, but these aliens, however, are biologically entirely different. I'm making fun of Avatar. I'm making fun of Unobtainium.
Oh, we could all tell, don't worry. So we have
thing
another Skaarj trooper here.
The thing about unobtainium, I think, is that people jump on that one specifically because it has a silly name. It's no weirder than any other miracle sci-fi material, right?
Oh, yeah. Teridium here fills the exact same purpose.
Yeah, it made up bullshitium, right? Like, it's just that because Cameron decided to call it unobtainium, everyone was like, that's stupid.
It is kind of stupid, let's be honest.
And it's funny because the MacGuffin material in the sequel is dumber in every possible way.
I've still not seen the sequel. We just picked up a new weapon here, the rifle. So,
finally!
Despite what it looks like, you can actually zoom in with it.
This is the best weapon in the game, outside of the flak cannon, obviously.
So good.
In OG Unreal, the rifle is my beloved.
It is not a particularly exciting weapon. It is just a single-shot semi-automatic sniper rifle. Doesn't have any particular interesting sci-fi contrivances like a lot of the other guns. It's very plain and straightforward, but oh, it is power.
Something that you have to remember is that is that a texture error on the muzzle, or is that?
I think it is, or maybe it's supposed to be like.
No.
It is supposed to have those little prongs, but
it is. But when it faces forward, you can't. Yeah, there's a texture error there.
There's a bit of a problem.
So the thing about the rifle in this game that you have to keep in mind is that Unreal is a very deliberately thought out game when it comes to the combat. Your hit scan options are very limited, and until you pick up the rifle, your hit scan options, I would say, aren't very good either. Well,
the ASMD is a solid bit of power, but even even early on, you weren't like two-shotting Scar with it.
No, and to get the most out of it, you got to use its knockback, you've got to use its secondary fire, and so on. The rifle in this game is so beloved by those who play it because of its simplicity. You point at the enemy's head, you click, and then they stop moving forever.
Yeah. Dead body. I'm the only one left. I've managed to find shelter here, and I will rest before I make my final stand tomorrow morning. I'm so tired. The day has been long, and I have lost all. I only hope they don't discover me sleeping here tonight. They did.
It would appear they did, yes.
We can surmise that the rifle could not protect him. So,
close quarters.
Another thing I'd like to really focus on, something I mentioned... Oh, I don't think it actually got mentioned last time because it was mentioned in the other one. That's going to be hard for me to keep track of. It was last time. The idea that no matter where you go, the fact that you keep finding other human bodies means that you are not the first person to do all of this, which just further cements the general theme of Unreal that you're just some person. You're not particularly special.
Would you say that it is much like Dark Souls in that regard?
I would say that. Now, something else about that... Oh, I think... Maybe I need to get here faster. Something else about that. I want to take a moment here to break. Something I missed last stream, because I think I actually blew up the body that had the text log on it. In the Sunspire... there is a body you can find of somebody who calls out the name Kira. They're talking about an officer from the ISV Kran who was captured, and her name is Kira. And further, earlier in Dark Arena, there is a message you can find written by a Nali who was witness to some humans being captured and taken into confinement, and he feared that one of them was the Messiah. Now that's strange because we were in Chisra and we saw the inscriptions about the Messiah, and this is a 90s shooter, so isn't that supposed to be us?
Well, that in your story matches up with the Messiah. Also, I see you found the upgrade you missed.
Oh, yes. I did mention last time, but when I was replaying the game after the software issue, I did end up finding more of the upgrades for the dispersion pistol than I had previously.
Good. We love the dispersion pistol in this house.
It does become quite a good weapon as you get it more and more upgraded. Also, I believe this is the one where if you follow this to its conclusion... Yes. There begins to be a little bit of a current here that will push you, and it'll send you right off the edge.
That's adorable.
And just, oh man, the music here, just a lovely little...
I mean, we
cool
talked
adventure
about it.
music.
This soundtrack's by the Deus Ex composer, whose name escapes me once
Alexander
again.
Brandon.
Thank you,
along
Alexander
with
Brandon.
Michael, but French, Vanden Boss, or Boss. Honestly, I'm sorry, Mr. VDB. You have a name I do not know how to pronounce any part of. And that's my fault, not yours.
Ultimately, it amounts to, yeah, of course the soundtrack's full of bangers. They had an actual genius. It's not like they could get Tim Follin. He had to return to his home dimension.
Yeah, so there's the rifle for you. And that is the little waterfall we could have fallen down. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't continue down very far. You know.
That's probably, like, isn't the kill plane like a solid object in the editor? Isn't that like...
It's not a solid object, you can fall through it, but it is defined by a volume. So it does really just look like the vertical space of the level downward just ends right here, because you can see this doesn't extend any further either.
I mean, at some point you've got to decide where you stop modeling the level.
Oh,
And,
absolutely.
a part of the level the player literally will not see. Probably a good place to cut corners.
Some more volumetric lighting. Weird that it wasn't earlier, but you know, the designer was like, "Oh, I should use some of that," and put it there. Also, I'd like to say this this railing. This means that the Nali are more concerned about safety precautions than the Skaarj.
Well, as a pastoral and pacifistic race, they would naturally be well attuned to the various threats that could end their own lives, and would, you know, would be concerned with mitigating. I'm sure if you gave the Nali enough time, they would...
Yeah, these crawl have a unique sort of behavior, where if you only kill them slightly, they'll keep wandering around, and I think they die eventually, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just, shrink the legs. Mad respect, though. Especially considering you said these guys were a slave race.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you don't have to go that hard for someone who enslaved you, I feel.
You would see... Hey. You want to just talk about it instead?
No, he wants to dance. It's a dance-off.
Hey, what's... I'm willing to not... You open that door for me and we're good.
Can you do the dance emote from the...
I don't... There's no way to see it, because I don't think you can go into third person. Hey, what's up? I don't know if this is actually supposed to be a thing. I've never seen this before, and I've played this game like half a dozen times. What's up?
I feel like another script trigger has broken.
Just strange.
That's the aggro noise. That's him coming to kill you.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we can see a great look at the Skaarj commander, I want to say. One of the more obviously recognizable different armor textures for the trooper. It also helps that this is like seeing it in good light for once. Okay, well...
Interesting detail that when they're wielding the Ripper, you can see the little shuriken.
Yeah. And I guess that's how you're supposed to hold it. I've got one too.
That's...
Okay.
Can I come over and just do that?
Ah.
Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. If you cross this line,
You know, that's fair. I respect that. It sucks that we couldn't be friends for longer, but I understand you had a job to do.
these reflections, every time I see them, knowing that they're ray traced, just
It's good, right?
outstanding work.
Do we believe that?
No. Always double tap the skull.
Now I believe it. We could break that.
On closer
And actually, if we'd gone
inspection.
the other way, the Skaarj would have broken that and jumped through.
Incredible. Upon
get
closer
into
inspection,
machines?
it appears that the scar was merely pretending to be dead. I mean, you might as well break it. You're here.
The Nali worked so hard. You know how hard it is to get stained glass in a culture like this? Look at this scar guiding us upward to a less advantageous position. I mean, we have a flak cannon, he only has a Razak, so...
Yeah, he didn't think that one all the way through.
Just pop up. And there we go. Now we are in Napali Haven proper. And
Made by
get ready.
Jeremy Wall.
So remember how the earlier levels had Nali in kind of like a Mesoamerican sort of styling? Well, now we're full on, like, generic medieval European sort of thing. And this is my favorite part of the game. Just hands down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This level's a highlight.
There's... it's so... The music... Listen.
Lovely atmosphere with the night sky, the lanterns.
Yeah. I don't even know what instruments this track is trying to emulate, but I love that I don't know. Because it lends that much more sort of alien feeling to it. Like, this is music of a culture that doesn't necessarily exist. And this is more of a string, and I'm sure it's taken from some sort of real-world influence, and I don't mean to imply that that culture doesn't exist. I merely am saying that I love the work done with the soundtrack to create this world.
You can hear crickets, and I've just got to wonder to myself what kind of life the crickets are having up here, 20,000 feet in the air.
Oh, I'm sorry. Couldn't save you, Nali. But I love this level so much. My absolute favorite level in the entire game. It's another one of those sort of puzzle box things, like the Cran or Chisra, where we're going to be going around to various different parts of it, solving little activities one at a time. But just the detail
activities.
put in here. Like, look, they're farm plots.
Mm-hmm.
And a grazing area for the Nali cows. Hello, Nali cow.
I gotta wonder what wind erosion does to the soil up here.
Oh, it's
Also-
probably horribly... Like, they can't have a lot of options.
I've
Maybe
also gotta wonder why they don't pen in the cows on a rock that they can walk off the edge of. But
There are more in here. This is into the stables, and there are more.
Fair enough.
We got some Nali fruit seeds. We haven't actually seen a lot of those yet. So we can't really go many places right now. We can see that there's a lever in there.
You know, it's funny. You could ask the question about the previous level. Well, why do the tunnels wind all the way through the rock? Why doesn't the elevator just drop you off here? And then you look at all of the brickwork here, and you're like, well, that had to be quarried. So.
Mm-hmm. Or, you know, carted up somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see, like, oh, there's a gate here. So...
I will say this is an absolutely hilarious amount of stone to have here, based on the size of the rock you're on.
There's a place we can go. Lovely little waterfall.
It's,
and other than those couple enemies, like, we're free to just wander around until we figure out what we're doing.
I love that marble obelisk.
Oh, it's good. Oh,
You gotta go around.
It's okay.
It's not okay.
You know...
Oh no!
We haven't actually looked at the birds too much. They're excellent for selling the scale and just sort of atmosphere of the world. Never really watch them fly. They tend to run into things or phase through the cliffs. It's fine. Oh my goodness. But yeah, look, just this area is so expansive and there's just so much to get out of it. Let's take a little dip. Oh, there's a little grate down here. I wonder what this is about. Wait a second, are those LEDs? This doesn't look like something that Nali would build. Watch out for the biter fish.
The bite fish.
And honestly, seeing the previews that the guy who is making the Unreal Redux treatment has done of this area, I am so excited. I'm gonna play that day one, drop whatever else I'm doing. I might even stream it again. Maybe I'll just have lots of Unreal playthroughs on this channel.
Well, there was that mod I recommended to you that you said you might play.
Yeah, I
stream.
do kind of want to go into that after this. It'll save me from having to play Return to Napali.
It's funny, I was looking at this area and I was thinking to myself, when did Thief come out? And I went and looked it up and it's the same year.
Really?
And it's like, yeah, the first Thief game came out the same year as Unreal. And Thief is an excellent video game and a masterwork in sound design. The visuals is somewhat primitive. They did what they could with what they had. And, like, they're not necessarily bad, right? There's a lot of really striking visuals in Thief, but, thinking about it like that, it's like, wow, it really illustrates what they were on with Unreal here, like, just how big a leap this was, comparatively.
Yeah. And, like, so Thief came out the same year, Half-Life came out the same year. I don't know if anybody out here watching has played Half-Life recently. I did. Half-Life is an ugly game. It's a good game, it's not a pretty one.
The thing is, it's one of those things where your memories of it will always be more vivid than the actual visuals. Because Valve, they take their time with things, but their development is often tumultuous.
Yeah.
Like, this is storied stuff. You can go read about it. You can hear interviews where Gaben himself speaks about it. Gabe Newell. Half-Life 1 was not immune to those issues either. And, if you go to some of those areas and really look at them, you probably remember them as being very detailed, and they're quite crude, because
check it
some
out.
of those...
This one's asleep.
Oh, is he sleeping?
You can even hear him breathing.
Fell asleep on the job.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
We'll also see some of my favorite NPC idols in here as well. Just... Oh, also, kind of in defiance of the the other switch earlier, always make sure the player can see what the switch does. This is good. The other one, not as good.
Yeah, always make sure that the player can see what a switch does, unless you are Biohazard / Resident Evil or Myst. Myst is the worst one for that. You'll flip a switch and it just makes like a vague sort of sound, and you'd be like, "Oh, damn it!"
Yeah, going back to Half-Life, so Half-Life, it's not like it's unplayably, it's not like it looks like it's from 93 or whatever.
A lot of everything in Half-Life looks like what it is supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
And that's great. And there are some visuals in Half-Life that are fantastic. Like, genuinely.
Oh yeah, like design-wise, Half-Life has a very strong visual design. The graphics, though, like the fidelity, incredibly utilitarian.
It's like I mentioned in the first episode, I think. I'm
distracted by talking. I have to go
that the Hecu Marines drop a grenade into. Now everyone's going to remember that as like a runoff pipe, right? That's made of corrugated iron. You go back and play it. It's an octagon.
Look at what they bothered putting in.
Yeah. The lit candles are a really nice touch. Are the flames moving? Is that
those are actual little. I mean, they're not particles, but they're little, animated billboards. They let us go about our business here, but it is a farce. I know that they are watching us, controlling us. I believe this once safe haven is as deadly as the surface planet below. This area is so good. They didn't need to do any of this. Other games at the time were not doing this. This is built off of things like the build engine games that had that sort of verisimilitude of trying to put you in a real place. And it's so good. I love this game. And it's funny, I can say like, see, this is why graphics don't matter, but at the time it came out, this was the CPU, GPU testing graphic powerhouse. So, my words are hollow.
I also, once again, went to go look it up, and as far as I can tell, the inverse kinematic skeletal method of animation, that started this year, 1998. So this was probably one of the first games people played where the animations were based on the skeleton and not the polygonal model.
Oh, no, don't worry. Unreal uses vertex-based animations.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons I've heard that, doing a remaster of the enemies and weapons is actually very difficult because it would require doing all of that work.
Well, there you go. They tricked me. I thought this used IK animation. Wow, with all the animations they have, too?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I feel bad for the animator that had to make all this. You did fantastic work. If you ever see this.
Okay. Luckily that Nali ran away. Usually he's just standing there and you are forced to drop that on him. Kind of a rude thing to do. I'm gonna quick save here because...
You're gonna try and parkour?
Did I jump on the wrong one? Damn it.
I think
I got there first try, too. Which one is it? I'll just go in order. Not that one.
It's actually the far one.
Maybe it might be that one.
No, I mean the one that's furthest from the lever, without the lantern.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. That would make sense. That one,
yeah,
okay.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it's that one. Yeah. See?
Okay. Opened up a secret. And if I can remember, I think that secret is down here.
Well, there's a rifle down there.
Rifle if you didn't find it.
So spooky.
Very.
It's a good thing there weren't a bunch of skeletons embedded in wagon wheels down here when you dropped down.
God, what a mod that would be.
See,
Oh my god.
if I was at all adept as a programmer, I would waste many hours of my life just porting the wheel skeletons from Dark Souls into other games.
Honestly, not much of an ambush. One Scar scout.
Wait, that suspiciously dark patch on the wall has a crack in it.
Oh my god, it's more pupae. Okay, now come on. Fine.
Horrid little creatures that they are. Good grief.
Yeah, there are a lot of them.
So what, the Scar got here and they just threw all their kids in the cellar? They'll figure it out.
I guess they did. It's like they know the flat cannon's the best way to take care of them.
What a year for video games.
Yeah. Hey! Got him to blow himself up with his own biorifle goop.
And you still try to convince me that the biorifle is a useful weapon.
I mean, it killed these two Scar, or one of these Scar, didn't it?
They were the ones using it.
Hey, we're over here now. We unlocked a circular path, like some sort of shortcut to another area. I maintain that this area would also not be out of place in Dark Souls.
No, nor a thief map, which is why I went and looked that up and thought about it, because it did remind me so of some areas in that game.
Yeah. I've seen strange flying beasts vanishing into the depths of the mountain at night. The roar as they fly overhead is deafening. Never before have I heard its like. I feel that a great evil must dwell within the mountain. And some physics-enabled books. It's like, look, one of the chairs is knocked over.
How the hell did they do that? And it's just... Are the chairs a prop? I thought they were a brush.
They are.
How the hell did they do that?
I mean, you can save brush groups and manipulate them. And see, always show your player what the Switch does.
The animation for that is great, by the way. The winding. Classic stuff. You know, it just occurred to me that you've been walking over, like, woven rugs. Where are they getting the fibers for those?
I mean,
cows don't have hair.
There might be other animals that we haven't seen.
There absolutely might be. Just, you know... The Nali certainly don't have hair.
No. Maybe they don't have hair. Maybe there's no hair on the cows because they use all of them.
Every cow you find is bald because it's just been completely shorn.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that. Yeah. What the hell did that? Surely that switch opens that, right?
No, it opens something else, and I forget what. Let me go back upstairs. Because it is a secret, so it doesn't have to actually, you know, make a lot of sense. Let me quick save, because I've made some progress here, though. Oh, right.
Oh, there, yeah.
It opens a secret wall back here.
Ooh, forbidden literature.
I've gathered all these strange artifacts in the hope that the Messiah shall make use of them in the quest to free us from the sky demons. I know not what their uses are, but the signs were clear. The stars foretold the need. Alright, so 2 health packs. Always useful. And
there you go.
a sacred
for
artifact.
You, the Messiah.
Yeah, clearly it's for me. I'm the Messiah.
You know, I have a feeling the 8-ball was meant to be a lot more unique until it became the rocket launcher.
I'm not even sure. Because there's only, there's a cut weapon called the quad shot, which is a triple-barreled shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
That was cut because it was just sharing too much space with the flak cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up? I'm here to save you. Me, the Messiah. Mm-hmm. Now, we did all that to, go into the city center, or town center.
Oh, they have an oubliette. Or I suppose it's a sewer.
Yeah. Ubada uaga to you, too. Little... It's a scaled-up T-posing Nali repurposed as a statue.
Classic.
This is not a criticism, this is smart reuse of assets. Everybody does this, it's okay. If you're a person who thinks that asset reuse means bad, please reconsider.
Hey, what about all the mannequins in Bethesda games?
Yeah. Oh, the Skyrim mannequins moving when you reload your house.
That's exactly what I was thinking of, actually. What are they doing in those barrels? Just waiting for you?
I mean, maybe because they're pupa, they need, like, dark spaces to mature? Because we have found them mostly in darker areas. You just gonna sit there and watch me do that?
So,
Buddy, I'm over
I
here
was
now.
curious.
Okay.
I was curious to know what Bethesda was on, since we mentioned Skyrim. What Bethesda was up to in this era. You know what came out this year?
Hmm.
The Elder Scrolls Adventures Redguard.
Oh, that's one of the ones I haven't played.
It's not great. It's the one that's intended to be more of like a linear narrative adventure,
Yeah.
right?
That much I do
You
know
know,
about it.
Linear narratives, something Bethesda has demonstrated they are real good at, right? Right?
Yeah.
You know. And it had other issues. It wasn't necessarily a terrible game, but it is it is not a well-beloved entry into the franchise.
So... we can open this area. And this area is fun, because we got some more Nali, we got some cows, just a farmer, probably. Look at the little pin on the wheel spoke. Like, you know, this is probably the crudest little large cart you've ever seen, but the detail.
Yeah.
Someone thought it needed that, and they added it. It cost them 3 triangles.
I just, again, this is more like because of the era and the limitations, but the polygonal nature of those wheels just has me thinking of like a farmer transporting his crop of healing fruit. Just
I hope enough of these survive unbruised to bring good fortune at the market. And look, we're just on the other side of this area.
You know, it's funny, the wheel, um, as an invention, it's one of those things where you see lots of jokes about it, and it seems like such an obvious thing.
Hey,
What the
wait,
hell
what's
is
that? This strange thing out of the way, facing the open expanse?
But the wheel seems like an obvious invention, and it's like that is until you're like, okay, well, how do you mount it to a wagon? What are they just? Oh,
They're just vibing.
you ever
they're just-
wonder why we're here?
They're just chilling. I used that joke
Yeah.
in some other video. I mean, one is red and one is blue.
There you go. Reference spotted. Years before.
Yeah. But this is why, like, these areas are really expansive, and there's not necessarily anything you really gain from going over here. There is something over there, but just making more of the space to show that it is one. Well,
Damn.
I think this sort of thing is the most important thing a world can do to build itself, which is just to have... Oh, I could have sworn that was 100 health pickup.
But
I mean, I won't say no to it.
It ruins the pacing. We have to put a trigger that puts a big flashing text on the screen that says you are leaving the battlefield.
Okay, it ruins the pacing when there's literally never anything off the beaten path, and not even anything interesting to look at. That's when it ruins the pacing. If there is something to find, it encourages exploration, and players will want to do it, rather than feeling like, oh great, another huge area I get to go through, with nothing in it.
Cough, serious Sam cough. Huh? What was that?
Just look at all... and find a little bit of stuff out here.
Interesting little geometry error there.
Oh?
When you were right back at the edge looking, you know, behind you, there's like a weird sort of flicker on the ground.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, see?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just like a distance detail
Yeah,
thing.
that must be an issue with the way stuff's put together. Because it's not actually a problem.
Yeah, there's no gap. I just noticed it.
Oh yeah. I hadn't, so good eye. There's the 100 health pickup. See? Look. I am rewarded for my curiosity. I mean, now I do have to go... Oh, and look, it even... It spawned a little bit of a patrol.
They've got you cornered. I gotta say, I love the suggestions of other locations on the other little sky rocks in the background here.
Oh, yeah. Like, it doesn't help if I zoom in, but you can see, like, oh, what's that? What's that? If all of this is here, imagine what's over there. The world becomes so much bigger.
Just enough pixels to go, okay, so there's some buildings in a tower there. And it certainly beats crawling through concrete corridors.
Yeah, it does. I'm quick saving because we've come a long way and I might accidentally dodge off into the void.
A very common problem with the dodge inputs in this game.
Yeah. But see,
it's funny because there's very little precision platforming in this game, but when there is, it's very noticeable because of the dodge mechanic.
Yeah. So yeah, we just had a fun little detour there, and also employing an excellent lesson that id discovered with Doom back in 1993 and 4. If you send somebody out of their way to go get a little secret, populate the map behind them when they get it. Give them something to do on their way back. So you were calling
Wait,
these slaughterfish. I looked it up. These are called
Yes.
devilfish.
So also attacking underwater enemies from out of the water. Duke Nukem could never.
Yeah. Well, literally, because it was two separate zones of the map. I don't know if I want to be swimming in this.
Well, especially now that it's full of blood and guts.
Yeah, I hope this wasn't, like, drinking water. I hope it wasn't open, if it was drinking water. Just an open, gross collection of vaguely stagnant water.
It could be some kind of reservoir, maybe for the irrigation.
Maybe.
It's in a weird spot, I'll give it that.
Ah, look at that. The lovely bit of
the
light
lighting!
here.
Oh, that's delightful!
And keep in mind, the thing with Unreal is that, so the reflections are real-time ray traced. The lighting itself is ray trace calculated, or, you know, whatever you want to, however you appropriately say that. It is all pre-baked, but it is ray traced to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually shining out through here. And
that's lovely.
Yeah, there we go. And then it, you know, does that. So this is like a special way down. Alternate route, if you will.
They've got these casks. Obviously they're brewing some sort of beverage. I imagine made from healing fruit.
Maybe.
Would that make it a mead?
I'm not sure. I don't drink, so I don't really know what the various appropriate versions to call things are. Like, I've had mead before. Mead is tasty.
It's just because I wonder what a alcoholic beverage based on the Nali healing fruit would be like.
Sorry, when I say I don't drink, I mean often. I'm not against it. Right? I don't know. I don't like the taste of alcohol, the chemical. So things with alcohol in it just kind of taste like nail polish remover or hairspray to me.
Reckon's lying. What Reckon means is that he never drinks ever. No fluids enter his body.
Yeah. That's why I sound like this. But I've had mead. It's tasty.
Yeah.
Again, take this from a grain of salt as coming from somebody who literally always tastes the horrible nasally burn of alcohol, the chemical. Yeah, I
wonder if there's like a
this.
cilantro gene.
Ah! None of this needed to be here.
Or are those brushes?
Oh no, these are. You can break them.
Okay.
Just like Dark Souls.
They make.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting excited over idle animations because nobody else does this, ever.
I forgot they modeled the dice!
Yeah, they actually play dice, the faces are actually randomized, and they, like, shake their fists or celebrate. Each one picks them up in turn.
That's actually really hard to do, what they're doing there, like, even now. Like, you can see the dice despawn, so obviously it's part of the animation of the individual, but, like, that's a really complicated animation to be doing without IK. Hey, remember when I said that the animator of this game, or animators, were they did a good job and they deserve credit?
Absolute heroes, all of them. Just the fact that any of this exists like this.
Whenever they got paid wasn't enough.
Oh my god, it's just... Imagine...
You're just gonna blow them up with a flak shell.
Yeah.
You monster.
But seriously, imagine this coming out in the ecosystem of, like, Quake 2, right? Quake 2 was the last previous big-name FPS before this. And what are enemies in Quake 2 doing when you enter a room? They're standing in a corner waiting for you.
I mean, that's the thing. Like I said in the last episode, the scientists and security guards in Half-Life, they're your allies, so they're always mostly kind of doing stuff when you come upon them. None of the hostile critters in Half-Life are. They're just, you know, with a few notable exceptions where they're like obviously pre-placed, like that one headcrab zombie in front of the flickering screen. But yeah, no, it's like, yeah. Hey there. That would
Hello.
be. That would be my sister.
Oh my goodness, I have to, sorry, I'm not actually going on break, but I have to do something that requires me to Alt-Tab, so...
Oh no. We get to see the,
There we go.
Well, I don't actually know if we do.
Yeah. On stream, they'll see it. You won't. Okay. I had to Alt-Tab. I just didn't want it freaking out. Hello! I was gonna say, Rose Petal says, sup bitches, but my chat overlay now actually has something to display.
Well, there you go. It works.
Yeah, sorry, we've just been looking at these three crawl playing
These aliens play dice.
I can't understand this game. It's probably some sort of nerd shit, and I'm not here for that. Oh, looks like all of you failed your invulnerable saves, idiots. Hey, what's up?
Oh, they're even in a tavern. I forgot. This is, yeah, it's a drink place.
Yeah, the detail. Look, the banners are waving. This looks like something important.
That suspiciously dark patch on the wall? No, absolutely not.
Well, thank you for stopping by. We're playing Unreal, the best first-person shooter from 1998, and I will not accept any criticism.
You know, chimneys are often full of awful
children.
Yeah.
They were chimney sweeps. It is a hard knock life for them, isn't it? Oh, there it goes. Okay.
What the hell was the other switch for?
No, the other switch was to open that ambush, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe it was, I don't know. We'll find it. What's this say? I don't understand why they toy with us. My establishment used to be a place of laughter and joy for my fellow citizens. Now I just serve the whims of the sky demons in exchange for the life of my family. I await the Messiah. Well, he didn't seem too happy to see us. Aren't we the... Wait, aren't we the Messiah? Aren't we the Messiah, guys?
Also, I often jump up on tables to read text from books.
It's the only way to do it, really. Yeah, I am such a firm proponent of Unreal. And look, we opened a shortcut!
Yay!
Well, awkwardly.
Much like Dark Souls, areas shortcut back to areas you've already been to.
And again, this is something, running joke throughout the first playthrough back from 2016. When Dark Souls was a mere 5 years old.
Have we hit the point where Dark Souls is old enough to vote yet?
No, it's... it was recently 10. It's, what, 14?
Okay, alright, we're getting there. Lots of dark corners to brood in this establishment.
Yeah. Oh, he was asleep! Look at that!
Yeah, this is 1998.
Yeah, 1998, and this was definitely intended to be a huge graphical powerhouse of the day. This didn't happen by accident, but yeah, just the amount of effort going into creating everything the way it is. It's more than just fidelity. It's so much about the atmosphere and the details. It's great. And it holds up because of that design.
Yeah, we
Another
we
one
talked
that's
about it in the first stream. The games that were contemporary with it. 98 was a really stacked year for video games because yeah, you had Half-Life. Like I said, Thief came out. Not exactly the same kind of game, but still first person.
Mm-hmm.
Turok 2 Seeds of Evil came out this year.
Did that get a PC release until, like, I mean, no, it has one now, but did that get a PC release at the time?
No, that year it was a Nintendo 64 release.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I figured. What's this?
Star Siege
Outer Doors
Tribes.
release letter.
Shogo was this year.
Shogo
was 1998. Yeah.
That's fun.
Shogo is a game that a lot of people love. It's another first-person shooter. It is nowadays remembered for the visuals not holding up.
Yeah.
Some of those character models are rough.
It's down here. Doors. Oh, Ray, sequence broke a little bit because I came in through the wine cellar, right?
What was 97 like for first-person games, PC games, and so on? Let's have a look. GoldenEye 007 was 97. That game was rough visually.
Yeah, I mean, here's the secret. I say this as a PC player who has always been a PC player. N64 made for ugly games. I'm sorry.
Dark Forces 2 was 97. I believe that still used sprites, yeah? No?
Yes.
No, that had models. That they had like a grand total of like 10 triangles between every enemy in the game, but no, those were models.
I admit I'm a little turned around because we came up through the cellars.
MDK was 97.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the way they did lighting in Unreal,
yeah,
really impressive stuff.
Oh right, that's where I was trying to go. Of course.
As Reckon said earlier in this stream, the lighting in this game is actually all ray traced. It's just that they would calculate the lighting and then lock it in. It's not really, no. This is what the game looked like, more or less.
Yeah, the only thing that's different from this in 1998 is that I'm running it at 1920 by 1080p.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
And so, it has a proper widescreen bit applied to it as well.
Yeah, the original release, it could do widescreen, but you had to tinker with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at that moon. I mean, it's a 128 or 256 at best square texture. But it's also it shouldn't actually look like that with the stars coming through it. If it's in shadow.
What are you talking about? But yeah, they would ray trace the lighting, and then when they load the level, it just it uses information that it already has, so it's not real time. You can't change the lighting per se in terms of like ray traced lighting. But,
yeah, the baked lighting is obviously baked. But there are dynamic lights, and that was a big thing, is that it did have dynamic lights.
And
that gets shown
lighting
off.
Too.
Yeah, that gets shown off heavily in the very first level with like lights behind fans. Very classic sci-fi nonsense there. But like this, real-time colored lighting.
Which is a rarity now.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. It all comes together.
Yeah, I remember this.
Observation Center. The eye sees and the mind knows. Remember not to disturb the Nali townsfolk unnecessarily, as their belief that they are still free prevents outright rebellion. This false hope is our primary control mechanism.
That's messed up.
Yeah. All security forces must keep the Nali townsfolk under control, kill all those who show signs of resistance. We only need to maintain enough pliable workers to mine the Teridium. Oh, that I totally understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for stopping by. I enjoy extra chances to show this game off. That's why I'm doing this in the first place.
Sorry, this hallway is a hard 180.
Oh yeah, right? It's so good. Just like this was... Like, we saw it earlier, you know? We saw the force field and... Oh, why are the Skaarj here in the first place? But... Aw, just this little... If you'd come in here, you could have maybe seen some of that. If you'd gone down there, you know, seeing the tunnel. Mountain base underwater entrance door controls. Look at that effect.
That's great.
And it's a tiny little screenshot showing you where you need to go.
I love how you can tell that, like, even the screenshot, like, when they made it, it was at a low resolution. Like, because they were they were running this on Pentiums at the time, right?
I mean,
like,
probably. Like, what was the highest resolution you were reasonably going to be playing this at in 1998? 1024 by 768? Maybe?
Yeah, this is well before widescreen was a thing. Yeah, this was the first time, like, 3D FX was like, hey, go get one, you know?
And we have opened this. So, that was Na Pali Haven, and like I said, my absolute favorite level in the game, just for everything that's in it.
And now you're here at the end of Independence Day. So I'm doing some Googling and some forum discussions regarding setting up graphics card for a Pentium 2 build.
Oh, and the peaceful, serene music. It's time for isotoxin.
Yeah, now we're back to acid synth and a drum break. So yeah, apparently the best thing that you could get in this era was the Voodoo 2 in an SLI setup. Remember SLI, I reckon?
I do.
You think he's dead?
He dropped a health pack, which suggests yes, but let's make sure.
It's yeah, I think if you tried to run this at a widescreen resolution on Voodoo 2, you'd get a slideshow.
Yeah,
I think even 1280 would probably kill the poor thing.
Ow.
Oh yeah, there's another screenshot.
Yeah.
Look, they're watching the town.
Main bay door controls. Hey, look.
There's a guy down there.
Hey, what's up?
He's grooving.
Can you blame him? Oh hell, I closed it again by accident.
See, that's the problem with push triggers.
Mushing your face into various parts.
It's why we moved to button prompts, but I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things that don't have to be button prompts nowadays.
Oh, I got him.
You sure?
Come on. Yes.
There you go.
Closes that. Oh, let's not. Let's open it back up.
I like the implication that these things use key cards, considering that this game, like, very notably does not have key cards.
Mm-hmm.
Doom and its red key, blue key. I suppose that is actually worth calling attention to, right? Because everyone...
So...
It's a really cool spaceship.
So this is the hangar. Or, well, now we know it's a hangar. This is the force field we saw earlier, yeah. And this is a Skaarj space fighter.
That you never get to do anything with, sadly.
Well, not in this game. So, all that talk about metal chariots, etc.
It's, yeah, like we talked about build engine games and so on. 98 really was the year of just not doing key cards anymore, right? We color-coded keys were gone.
Yeah. I mean, God, so Blood is a fantastic game. Everybody interested in first-person shooters should play Blood. Holy... It's so good. Blood also has a lot of levels where you get the moon key so you can open a door that contains the sun key, so you can open a door that contains the crystal key, or whatever. There's a lot of keys for keys.
For those of you not well versed in level design, that is a level designer's way of saying, I didn't think of how to use the keys, so whatever.
Yeah, it's very... It is just kind of lazy. If you only use the key for one thing and that thing is getting another key, you don't need that many keys. And Blood has like 6 keys. 6 kinds of key, okay? It's too many. Anyway, message log 7. Mothership acknowledges request for resupply of Outpost 3J. That's where we are. Scout Skimmer 3J1A authorized to return to the mothership to pick up cargo. So we've heard all of this earlier. We've seen the metal chariots coming and going. There's a mothership that's been mentioned. It's all coming together. Right hangar bay door controls.
It's too bad you don't know how to fly that fighter. You could escape the planet.
Force field controls. Well, clearly... Left hangar bay door controls. Okay, that's... Did I close them again? No. Yes.
I think you did.
But, like, we could just get in, right? This is what we've been looking for. Oh, I guess we can't.
Unfortunately, you don't know how to operate a Starfighter.
It is funny, given... Oh yeah, there's some of that real-time colored lighting. Oh.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
That's
I accidentally closed the doors again. Go back here. There we go. Yeah, it is funny that we can't drive this considering how we do end the game. I think maybe this should either not be here or be, like, locked up somehow.
And then you couldn't see it hovering.
That's true. Oh, look at all the detail they put in these otherwise boring straight corridors. What a novel concept. Underlighting, these weird little things that don't do anything, but they just break up the visual space. Wow, it's really easy to make hallways look interesting, isn't it?
Well, not just hallways. The Scar dude that attacked you, he was lit by both the ceiling lighting and the underlighting, so he was like green and blue.
Yeah.
As he ran towards you menacingly.
Ow. I'm a little low on health here. Oh my goodness.
Maybe you should use the healing fruit seeds that you picked.
Maybe I should. Maybe I should also quick save just to... Ow. Oh no, it's fine. He dropped a...
Hey, you were never in danger of dying. He was using the bio rifle.
Wow. Oh yeah, no, the change in music, all the Scar areas, or the more... Because, okay, the first time the music is really like this is also back in Tyranniax, which is not a Scar location. But it is also, like, pumpin' techno. Oh, this guy has a rocket launcher.
Kind of is. But yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Ah, look at that.
Wait, was that a texture? Was that like a flat, or is that just what the force field effect is doing?
Yeah, this is part of the texture. It's just a texture.
Oh, okay.
It's really simplistic.
That's very funny.
I forgot to turn off a thing. Hope that opens that. What do I need to do?
It's a good thing you don't have to wait for the movers to finish moving before you can hit the button again.
Yeah, that's very handy. Okay. Oh, right. There we go. Rear entrance force field controls, so we should have turned that off now. Turns out it was the glowing red button all along. And here's this. And look, now we are back out here. A continuation of the same level. Just the other side of it, and you could even see this earlier.
Yeah, well, you can see the obelisk as well. Now,
Yeah.
if you look... Yeah. It's a very smart way to make this place seem big by hiding the seams. You see? Buddy.
I think the implication is yes.
He's taking a leak.
Yeah. Never mind, I'll just eat that. I'm sure he hadn't started yet. I hope.
That's like a really classic FPS enemy thing to do, though,
it
right?
absolutely
just
is.
Put a guy in the corner. Oh, he's taking a whiz. Duke 3D did that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we went through the little Scar outpost, and now it turns out there's just more of this level. Did you hear that?
Nothing good at... I can hear something moving, yeah.
Something metal was sliding around. I don't know.
Nothing good ever happens in an abbey. Or a cathedral.
Okay, now these guys were just standing there waiting for me. It's not 100%, right? But the fact that they try as much as they do is so welcome.
I mean, it's about the same amount of coverage that Halo 3 did, and Halo 3 made a big deal about its enemies having idle animations in the year of...
The 2 times it happens?
Yeah. 2007. Wow, 2007. Yeesh.
Yeah, they were still making games that bare bones even then. Ah, there we go. Lots of hiding cool weapons in churches for the Nali.
I mean, what the hell else are they going to do with them? See, nothing good ever happens in a chapel.
No unauthorized access to lower church catacombs. All personnel must be checked by security before access is granted. Lower security access panel.
I tell you what, the Nali are a brave lot, having subterranean catacombs to bury their dead on a floating island.
Yeah. You know, it's fine. They're used to it.
I suppose they know that you never dig straight down like in Minecraft.
Yeah. Ooh, what's down here? Some flak shells.
You do need those.
Ah! Damn kids.
Every time.
Oh god.
I feel like this guy's taller than they normally are.
Yeah. Now he's not. So something Unreal actually does is, occasionally you will fight a unique Skaarj of some kind. And it'll usually just be bigger and have, like, more health and stuff. But, yeah, it's not a normal part of the roster and shouldn't be considered as such. And it's not like another kind of enemy or anything. But sometimes they'll just put a bigger one in out of nowhere.
That's very funny. He ate his oats and his Wheaties.
Yeah. And I just think that's a neat little thing to do, because there are, 5 types each of the Skaarj Warrior and Skaarj Trooper, and then getting, like, a surprise bigger one sometimes as a mini-boss. It's neat.
Imagine that. Instead of, 2
Nothing.
hunters.
Yeah.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so here we are on the catacombs. We have to watch out for Skaarj pupae.
Is that the plural? It's horrifying. I don't like that. That is a spooky catacomb, though. Good work.
It is.
So I wonder if these guys are placed here dead, or they have to, like, kill them to put them there when the map loads.
I don't actually know.
Because, you can get the classic, like, load a quick save and you see their bodies, like, fall to the ground.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think that happens in Unreal. I don't think it, replays physics on bodies. I was playing something recently that did that, though.
Oh, see, he was tapping away. It's such a... Okay, I'm gonna keep harping on this. The fact that enemies have these, like, these animations where they're doing something, it is just an idle animation. But it's the fact that they bothered to do something other than them standing there.
Well, as we established before, it's made all the more impressive because they're not using skeletal animation. They're, like... They have to manipulate the whole model every time they make them do anything.
Yeah. Ooh. And then I squish them.
Knowing that now, I'm surprised how little wibbling the weapons do.
It is true, yeah. I think some of them are a little
Some are better than others.
Yeah, it is generally pretty rock solid. Okay. Teleporter target coordinates set for Surface Transporter Pad 3. Sentry personnel already dispatched to location to secure area against resistance. Area cleared for cargo transmission. So here we are at the end of this this group of levels. Entranceway to Nali Haven and Outpost 3J. Really just, like, 3 of my absolute favorites in the entire game.
Rock solid set of levels.
Look at whatever's happening here.
Teleporter.
Yeah. Alright, and this is the end of the level. It is another teleport.
Oh, the rippling lighting, too.
Yeah.
It's good.
Velora Pass. Oh, hey. Are you checking the cargo manifests? Did they order flak shells? Someone did.
It's funny. If you want to know what I'm talking about with, like, vertex wobbling on the weapon models, go look up a first-person shooter video game called Sin.
Or Quake 2.
Or Quake 2, yeah.
So this is one of the other times that you get teleported, and unfortunately this is one of the times, the only time you get teleported without knowing how far you've gone. I do consider this a mark against the game, because up until now you've known exactly where everything has been, and now you're just kind of like, We are back on the surface. That's not going to be clear but we are. You can see more cliffs here again. Um, I do wish there was a different level that took you back down rather than just this transporter.
Sometimes you just gotta yada yada your way through. Oh, I remember this.
Uh-huh.
This is where they move cargo through? Are you kidding me? Do they have to deal with this guy every time?
Well, okay. So, right here, God, I find myself in the same situation. Oh, there's this. Okay, you do get a little bit of knowing where you are because there's the Sunspire.
Yeah, you can still see the Sunspire at least.
So we are past the Sunspire at least a little bit. So we're not that far away. Still, I wish there was a level rather than a teleporter. That's my biggest criticism of Unreal. Right there. It's probably not my biggest, but it is one that I have. I will admit that is something I wish it did a little better. So this guy is a stone titan.
I believe he is entirely unique, yes?
Yes, this is the one time he is in the game. If I take that, which is the last dispersion pistol power-up, he will activate. And he is a tough boss fight. We could just leave. We could just leave. There is one more dispersion pistol power-up later in the game. Because there's one more than you need to get to max level.
If the bridge is there, I reckon, why don't you just snatch the power-up and run away before it can kill you?
Oh, right. Of course.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh. Well,
uh-oh.
Oh.
Do I happen to have... And he beats his chest. I don't have a, power amplifier. So we'll use all of these that we can.
This might take a minute.
Uh-oh. Don't touch those. You know what?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's definitely gonna do it.
It does a lot of damage, is the thing. And what, you don't want me using it on enemies that can dodge it, so...
That's fair. You know what? This is the use case. You've convinced me. Well, while you try not to die, I've got to run to the bathroom. I'll be back in a moment.
Good luck. Well, I don't have a cheerleader anymore, so... Oh, I don't want to use that. Let's use some dispersion pistol now. It's recharged a little bit. Aha! Blew up your rock. What could we use? How about some Razorjack? Easy. Easy as pie made out of rocks. Now that means this comes back up, oh. So what we have to do is jump up on here, and then the bridge will slowly raise back up. So you can do that while you're fighting. It does just take a while. So it's more, it can be a survival thing, it doesn't have to be a boss fight. But now we are just waiting here, so I hope everybody who's who's still around is having a good evening. Hope you've been engaging with interesting things lately, reading good books, watching good TV, or if you're not, that you're at least getting something to talk about out of it. I've read some bad books that are bad in very interesting ways, and I've read some bad books that are just really boring, and those are by far the worst ones. Alright, here we go. And, you know, they're not ungenerous. They give you 4 Nali healing fruits here. Don't know how much help that really is, given that if you get touched by one of those rocks, you'll just pop. But, hey, it's the thought that counts. And here we are now in Bluff Ever Smoking, named so because it's on a volcano. You see? It's like a cliff that's always emitting smoke.
So, how many times did the Stone Titan kill you?
0, thank you.
I am impressed. Good work.
Ah, yes, thank you. He wants to give me a stinger.
Oh, Stinger, we'll definitely use that.
Will do that for us, which,
yeah.
you know, we could have done on our own. So he'll run ahead, and he's probably gonna get killed.
Yeah, there's like an ambush at the very tippy top, ain't there?
Yeah, so I'm... Oh. He knows we're not following him. Okay,
Yeah.
so you stay there, and I'll be right back as I explore a few other parts of this real quick.
I'm
Don't
sure he'll be
mind me.
fine.
Why look, there are even some more humans here. ISV Kran Chief Medical Officer Log, Tatiana Zimna. We have come to this beautiful Canyon Lake Monastery in our search for Kira's abductors. We'll make camp by this crucifix tonight and start out early tomorrow. And I think that's the only one. Yeah. So this is the Chief Medical Officer that we learned about in the goop monster observation room. Security Officer Sergel Dubrov. ISV Kran, log entry. We are hot on the trail of the Skaarj hunting party that captured Kira near the Sunspire. They're headed north towards the blue electrical storms on the horizon. So, again, I think I accidentally blew up the body that had the log about seeing Kira be captured, and didn't find the one in Dark Arena when I played that mentioned somebody Nali believes to be the Messiah, or hopes is not the Messiah, was getting captured.
I remember the one about the Nali, but I think it might not have even been you that blew up the other one in Sunspire.
Maybe. Well, when we were both here, we found it. But when I replayed it on stream, you weren't here, and I didn't find it. I missed it.
Ah.
So this begins, in earnest, a story that has been hinted at for a very long time, including way back in Chisra. Kira. Kira's an important character.
Yeah. If that was true, why didn't they put her on the box?
We're also going to be in, if not the biggest level in the game, then the second biggest after the Sunspire. This Nali is actually waiting for us. Andy.
They're a polite people.
Hi. He wanted to wait for me to get close so he could cough directly on me.
I see human culture is already, oh man!
Wow, I'm missing real bad here. No!
I'm not entirely convinced. Oh no!
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get for coughing on people.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my goodness.
We're coming up on a familiar area, right?
Not here, no.
Okay.
Oh, look.
Oh my gosh, is he okay?
No. Yeah, they just... The Skaarj are so evil.
There's more than one of those in this area, right? Or is that the only one?
I think there might be another. Let me take a look at the other side. Maybe that is the only one. I do forget for certain.
I don't know, we'll have to get higher up, I think, if we want to.
So keep Kira in mind, is all I'm saying, because this level is about Kira.
You know,
Can't go in.
it speaks to an interesting history that the Nali built castles.
Yeah. This is another look at the general difference between the lower land Nali and the ones living closer to the floating islands.
You mean the Highlanders?
No, there's more than one of them.
Hmm.
Maybe that is the only one.
That's mean. That whatever that guy did, someone took it personal.
Yeah. Yeah, so our dispersion pistol with max upgrades has a lot of power right now. Look, a rabbit coop, a little rabbit hutch.
They love it in there.
Someone had to go to the time to make this and decide to spend part of their budget for the level on it.
Because that's brushes and textures being used. Textures with an alpha layer, by the way.
Mm-hmm. More Nali calves.
Can you let those rabbits out? I'm not saying you should. They
You
belong
can.
in their little hutch.
Yeah, there's a little lever you can pull. Mr. Nali, it's not the time. Okay, what do you want? Yundi? To you as well. Aww.
Damn, is he alright? I wonder which one of the developers voiced the Nali.
Buddy, it's closed. They locked it. No, it's still closed.
This is what post-traumatic stress disorder looks like.
Okay. Oh, we got that happening again. So I believe they will die on their own after that point, but you can hurry them along. They will attack you some more. So, yeah, there's a well down here. I don't remember. Before I go down there, which I know is progress, let me see if there's necessarily anything that way. Oh, well, there's a rifle if you go over here. Another member of the Cran.
Those guys really get around.
They do, and this is, again, just like the constant reminder that you are not the only person making this journey. But everybody you pass is another person you've gone further than. So, yeah, there's also a little more to this level. that wasn't progress. Maybe this is real progress. Hold on. It's always tough to... Still got the Sunspire there. So the main thing is, I think both will take me to where I generally want to go. But I think if I do it this way, I'm just getting a little further ahead of time. No message on the body. Ah, right. Oh my god, a ghost! Ghosts are real in Napali.
We ran into one earlier, didn't we?
Well... In the sense that there was a Nali we couldn't find that was making noises.
Fair enough.
But this is like literally a ghost. Well, thank you for taking time out of your busy afterlife.
It's a good thing we went to space to discover that ghosts are real.
Right? And they buried their ancestors with human-made weaponry. And elevators. So yeah, he just casually invites us to rob these graves.
It's the Dahir Insart earthquake bed.
Oh my god. Maybe it is. Maybe this isn't a crypt at all. Maybe that guy just died trying to use one of them. Okay, one of the... Oops. One of these also has a button in it. Don't stand there too long, you will get
Yeah,
smushed.
that can absolutely crush you if I remember correctly.
And there's another invisibility in here. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and use ours. Why not?
Yay!
Makes it kind of hard to see.
Yeah, it's a good thing my whole screen is blue, otherwise I wouldn't realize I was invisible.
It's funny, back for something else, I was getting footage of Unreal and I needed to get really close to enemies that I didn't want to attack me because I wanted to... I think I was trying to get really close footage of the crawl playing dice. So I spawned an invisibility and then just color corrected my screen. I turned down all the blue. I could have sworn one of these had a button on it somewhere.
Yes, we finally developed an active camouflage device that you can use.
Oh no,
it also blinds you while it's turned on.
Okay, so that got used. So let's just... Okay. It's weird, Yeah, there's a door doing something. I could have sworn one of these had a button you could press.
If there's a ghost in here, is that who we heard on the bridge to the Sunspire?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's the one we found earlier. Maybe it is. Okay, I'm not mistaken, right? There is one of these with a button in it. Because, like, how you get back up.
I couldn't tell you. I hope that when I die and I am to be buried, that they place me in a coffin that is so tall that it requires a staircase.
It's the only way to be sure. Um, hmm. I am convinced there is a coffin with a button in
It
it.
could be
Maybe
a
I'm
in a
thinking of a
different
later
area.
area. Yeah.
Mm. Because
Right.
this isn't the Lost Castle Wheel, is it? Spoilers.
No, it isn't. Alright, well, back this way we go. Why not? And if I missed something, I missed something.
Well, we broke our promise of a 100% completion. I say that like you haven't already missed a bunch of secrets.
Oh, I've missed so much. This game is packed full of secrets, and I'm lucky to have remembered the ones that I did. Again, on stream, I did not find 2 or 3 dispersion pistol power-ups.
Mm-hmm.
And I only remembered back when I was going through the entire game again.
Pretty sure one of them requires you to keep a Nali alive to even get.
It does, yeah. Which is tough. It's the one in Depths of Radjigar.
Mm.
Shipping log. Goro of the Red Hand tribe. Coming the next full moon, we are expecting a large shipment of salvaged supplies from the human spacecraft. I need to make a few repairs to the electric rails around the bluff, but we should be ready by then. I'm really getting sick of the way the Skaarj are treating us. Constantly bossing us around and making us watch over their pathetic Nali slaves. My troops are getting sick of this situation. So this is a crawl talking about that.
And apparently they still really care about their tribal heritage, even after being brought to a different planet and used as shock troops. Good for them.
I mean, when it's all you've got, you know, you try to keep hold of a little piece of home. And look, another trio of dice playing crawl. Roll for initiative! Jailer Hrong of the Red Hand tribe. We've captured a Terran girl. Some of my soldiers want to try to take liberties with her. I guess that's okay, as long as they watch those boots. She kicked me in the Hrongos last time. So, we'll come to find later. Hrongo means tusk.
Uh-huh.
So this guy is named almost all of the word tusk. Hrong and Hrongos. Maybe that's just what he calls his tusks. He's like really proud of them. He's like, yeah, these
yeah.
they're my little Hrongos.
Look, it's better than being named Testy.
Jailer Hrong again. Doro owes me 25,000 gold paras when we get home. He truly sucks at death bones. Hustling him is like taking candy from a Terran baby. Speaking of which, I think it's time to go beat on that ugly Terran girl some more. You know, in case you thought there was any redeeming quality to these characters. Jailer Hrong. I can't believe it! That Terran girl escaped! One of those worthless Nali monks must have tunneled her out. I am in deep shit! If Captain Duke...
He said it backward.
He did. If Captain Duke Choroth comes and finds out I let her escape, I'll be de-Hrongoed for sure.
Not the de-Hrongoing.
Oh, that's a rude form of torture.
Mm.
But yeah, so that is talking about Kira. It's adding a little more to the ongoing story of having found, Oh, I'm following too much of the critical path here. Oh. The woman they captured is scheduled to be executed. I cannot let this happen. As foolish as it sounds, I will attempt to sneak her out of the prison cell through our secret caves. From there, she can escape to the bell tower until darkness. I've discovered a secret. Last night I snuck out of my hiding place and swam through the pipes to the prison. They've captured a girl. The crawl sergeant took 2 boots in the mouth when he approached her. Haha! I can only laugh at their stupidity. So, there's, Hrongo, Tusk.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, here we're getting Krun's personal diary. I have to be careful how many times I sneak into the monastery through the tunnels. I've marked the tunnel that leads to the inner monastery with a cross. The other leads to the prison where my brother is still being held.
Oh, that guy? I don't think he's doing too hot.
Yeah. I've been hiding here for what seems like months now. The Skaarj forces that have taken over our monastery continue to transport stolen Teridium and other strange mechanical devices using their lightning sled. I fear that they may find me. Have faith and never sway from your beliefs. Only a soul that keeps the faith despite all oppression shall triumph when the savior princess comes from the stars. So, let's talk about why you should always keep the default player model of Prisoner 849, the woman. The woman. A woman. Wow, that sounded awful, sorry. Because it does create this wonderful little, huh? What? I thought I was the Messiah. The princess from the stars? That's me. I'm playing Prisoner 849, the lady, right? But then all this talk about Kira, and everybody's talking about how they want to help Kira. And Kira came from the Cran. That means that you followed the same path that she did, most likely. Though she was captured.
It's also an interesting little jab at prophecy that because the prophecy is a savior will come from the stars, that it can happen twice.
Yeah, the oh right, that's into the that's a hello. That is a pipe that leads back to the crypt. We saw that texture earlier. Hey, what do you need? Oh, you pointed out these boxes? Thank you. I never would have seen them otherwise. But thanks for letting me have them. And
that's the thing, the Nali help you out and then act like you're the Sky Savior. So
main gate guard tower. Oh yeah, so you like shortcuts?
Well, I don't know that I'd call it short, considering how long you have to wait for the damn thing to come down.
And go back up.
You can jump off this thing, it's gonna rocket right back up on you.
Probably. I just had to do that. But yeah, no, the reason it's so important to keep Prisoner 849, if not the default player model, then at least, a woman, is because you get that bit of confusion over what's going on. It's like, oh, I thought they were talking about me for sure. And I just think that's such a neat little thing to do. Oh, hello. Yeah, now we've got this open. ISV Cran. They're keeping cargo here, just like it said. So, I think I've kind of rocketed past progression. So let's go up. Hey everybody.
If you've ever used a level editor before, you're only as good as your ability to asymmetrically stack boxes.
There we are. That's us. The Messiah?
The the crash of the Vortex Rikers might have done a number on your jawbone.
Ah. Check it out. Shield belt. And,
That is such a cool effect.
fun. Don't mind me.
Oh, that's a mirror. Does the dance thing work?
Oh, I don't actually know if there are taunts in
Single player?
well, not in single player, but in Unreal. I don't know if they wouldn't add that until UT. No, there's no taunts.
Oh, no, there's no taunt key. Well, there you go. Well, there's the chat. You can't like slash dance or whatever.
No,
Or
it
slash
doesn't
taunt?
doesn't work like that. Oh, there
He's
is
saying death though.
yeah, let me references F. Blah.
Press F to pay respects.
Alright, this is the new break screen. Everybody take 5. I don't believe feigning death works on enemies. It does, however, it's there for multiplayer.
I also love how the getting up animation is just the
Okay,
falling
haunted
down
doors.
animation played in reverse.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so let's take another circuit this way, just to make sure we're not forgetting anything.
For a minute there, I thought you were going to jump and take a dip, but
I mean, I think you can just land down there. Because it is part of the level. Oh, right. Not actually being ambushed. Okay, so we got that Dihranga. We didn't go this way.
This game doesn't have a hard-coded fall protection, right? Like, you do have to actually land to take fall damage.
Yes? Yeah. You do have to set a, like a kill zone. Kill volume, they're called.
For those of you less familiar with the inner workings of video games, a lot of games will have in their code just a timer, and if the player falls for that amount of time, the game will just automatically kill them to make sure you can't get stuck.
Yeah.
But aside from making sure you can't get stuck, it also helps because it lets you use drop-offs as a barrier.
Yeah.
Since no amount of trickery is gonna help you. If it's like a, say, a 10-second fall kills you instantly anyway. Do you think this cave is a natural formation?
I do. I do think that. Now, we're once again kind of in the territory of I kind of forget which way I'm supposed to go versus not go. We can see some new brutes. It's been a while since we've seen brutes. These are a little more heavily armored, and they're going to hurt us if we get hit by them. So let's attempt not to. Ow.
I think you hit the Nali.
I certainly hope not.
Good work.
Hey, what's up?
Oh,
I don't know if he
didn't
has
hit him.
anything for us, though.
I
Okay,
believe this dock
so...
is just down here so that you can get back up, right?
Yeah, I think so. Because if we had jumped... Yeah. Okay. Again, just... big area. We're gonna be here a while. I'm gonna be honest. We will be here a while. Does this one fall down? No.
It's another fine example of branching paths. Damn. You got a laser grid here?
We did see down here earlier. Ah, yes, I think... Okay. Another ghost. Maybe we didn't see down here earlier. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Okay, that gravestone, that grave marker with the face, that's what I want to be buried under.
So, let's see. One of these... Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. Ah, yes. Only by facing the direction of the rising sun may one find a new day. So...
Aww.
It's a nice little aphorism and a... whoops. Oh, right. F was my use item.
Oh, whoops.
Preferences, controls... Activate item, F. Oh. No, I don't want to restart. I don't know why that button's there. Ah! Damn it.
Oh no! All that flak cannon ammo gone to waste.
I do actually want that, though.
Yeah.
It's just like Dark Souls, you have to make sure to get off the elevator partway down. Okay, so that was the secret that I was...
remembering you.
Yeah, that I was remembering. And then I think I just went the wrong way. Look, this level is a lot to keep in your brain.
Well, once again, harkening back to pen and paper RPGs, where you have to map your own way through.
Yeah. Ah, yeah, just...
Maybe you should free the rabbits.
Okay. I mean, I guess I am here. Why not?
I mean, everyone else is dead. Who else is going to let him out?
I think they're
You're free now,
doing
my children.
fine. Yeah, they're doing fine.
Like, are they practicing for the Alaska 500? What the hell are they doing?
Can I get down in time? So... No, I think... Okay, so this is... Okay, that's just the way that he was like, you can go this way to get out. Alright, so we need to go up here. If not for any real reason. Hello again, gentle Nali. Weird haunted doors. Okay, so we have to find a way to disable that laser grid. And I am out of flashlight, so let's bring some flares. Ah, what's this? Ah.
An elevator switch.
So the fun thing is, there's like a thing.
Seems like someone had a bit of a mishap.
Yeah.
I told you, OSHA would be all over these guys.
I wonder how to get there. Skaarj Shipping Facility Power Management Station. Hydroelectric shipping car status. Off. / reactivation requires static discharge nodes to be opened at top of bell tower. Bell tower! That's where Kira might be.
Oh, we can go and high five her, be gal pals.
How do you think you get there? Oh, you just do this. Hydro laser control station. Lasers on and operational. Lasers disengaged. Access to hydroelectric generator below bell tower permitted. So you have to use a little bit of your brain power there to realize that you can hop across.
You talking about brain power as you get crushed by a mover?
Nah, they bounce up. It's fine. Okay, now we have to go back down.
Yeah, the moving brushes in this game are not the Half-Life moving brushes that will absolutely eviscerate anything on contact.
Yeah.
You know why that is? It's a quirk of Havoc physics.
Go this way first.
Well, not necessarily Havoc physics, because that was Half-Life 2, but it's a quirk of the physics engine where if a creature, like a NPC, intersects with geometry, like the world geometry, it just kills them. And doors count as world geometry, and because they move, it can sort of like lag, and then they clip into the door.
So here we have a Nali and a human at the end of a tunnel. It couldn't quite make it.
Damn. I mean, you don't know that they were escaping together. Nali could have chased him there.
No, that's one of the things. It's just like the camaraderie that you come to know. Another Nali here. So like this was the
heartwarming, yeah.
This was the escape attempt that was being written about.
It is kind of heartwarming how like ready the Nali are to risk everything for humans. Not even the specific chosen one human, just humans in general.
Yeah. Was this where we were going? So I think I did that one, right? And then what if I go this way? Or did I do this? Was this the one I did? I think I did this. Yeah, because I went down that way. So let's go the other way.
I'm glad you're keeping track.
I've
got absolutely no clue.
I was really hoping for some assists. Oh, and now it kills tentacles in one shot.
It's a thing of beauty, really.
Hey, look. What else is down here? Oh, I think this is just into that cave. Yeah. But we turned off the lasers.
The death lasers that jib you instantly.
Yep. Yeah. And it spins too,
That's such an awkward position for a lever.
just like a Dark Souls elevator. It spins as it goes. You got me started on it. I wasn't gonna do it this time.
Yeah. What do the elevators in Dark Souls spin though?
I don't know. They're like weird corkscrews a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's like, but why?
Maybe it's a stability thing. Like it helps
Maybe.
them. I don't know. But look, there's some health down here if you need it. Keep that in mind. Wow. Rifle and rocket launcher ammo.
That's kind of them. And yeah, your 400mm rounds.
What you doing? Wow. Oh dear.
The model for the rockets is so funny. It's such a like cartoon ideal of a rocket.
Yeah. Fine. You wanna do that? We'll do that. Ow.
Oh, they played you.
Well, at least I got both of them. Nice of that Nali to give me a shield belt
Also,
for a little bit.
Another example of Unreal's level design is using every part of the Buffalo, having a curved corridor with a combat encounter.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make use of like the ricochet on the flak cannon and so on.
Yes, I did just jump over that rocket. Thank you for noticing. That's what these games do to you after 26 years of playing them. Just the gurgling of water.
Horrible, terrible, awful even.
Yeah, these aren't even like the difficult Scar troopers. They only have dispersion pistols.
Yeah.
It's just that give them enough room to actually maneuver around, and they're really good at avoiding your stuff. Hydroelectric shipping car fully powered and ready for departure. Electrostatic discharge nodes at top of bell tower must be activated prior to car startup.
This seems like a really complicated process to move things along a single rail.
It does, doesn't it? Bell tower magnetic locks disengaged. Access to bell tower permitted.
Someone is really proud of that hydroelectric generator, by the way.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's very fitting, though. This is a spacefaring race that can cross galactic scale. They're boiling water.
They're boiling water to make steam to spin a magnet.
I wish that healing fruit wasn't so far away. I think I should go back for it. I think we're fine.
No, I think you'd be fine. Didn't you bring your own healing fruit?
I did, but like knowing that you could just go get it.
Can you just go get it?
I mean, I could have gone back.
Sure.
Ah, and look where we
The
are.
idea of like electricity, the way it's generated is by like spinning a magnet with steam from boiled water. It's like we haven't come up with a better way. It's like, yes, humanity, we mastered the atom. What do we do with it? We use it to heat up water.
Yeah, it's great. We're so good at it.
The
Magnetic
door's
locks
ajar.
disengage. Yep. So this would have been closed if you came here earlier, which you could do. Again, you could just fling yourself off here, come down, just use that as a
Oh, I
landmark, come
suppose,
up
yeah.
here.
That is true. So this is where Kira's at, right?
Yeah, this is the bell tower. We're gonna meet an additional, finally, another human character.
I can't wait for the really funny conversational animations. Lots of big hand gestures, because they can't do facial animation yet.
Yep, and there's the other last one. This is the last one in the game, I think. But we don't need it.
It does absolutely nothing except refill your dispersion pistol.
Yeah, if I'd used any, it would have put it back. So I'm gonna try that.
It's
again.
nice of them to give you an excess upgrade anyway.
Oh yeah.
How many games think to do that?
Not many. Okay, so there's.
See this? No, here, and you were complaining about going back for some.
I wasn't complaining. I was wondering whether I should take the time. There it is.
You know, thinking about it, it's like growing through the wall. It's
Oh, you know
adorable.
what this is?
What?
I'm willing to bet this is somebody got a BSP error, couldn't solve it, and put a plant here so you wouldn't notice.
That's great.
Because if you don't come down here and it's super dark, maybe you wouldn't notice it as much.
The dispersion pistol is such a flex with the colored lighting, I realized, because the color of the shot changes as it upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that the color effect of the projectile has to change with each stage of the upgrade. It's
again, like, you know, it looks quaint now from a sheer fidelity perspective, but when this game came out, it was a system tester. Look, there's the bell.
Oh, hey, you can see the bell.
That must be Kira ringing it.
It's suspiciously quiet.
Maybe sound propagates different on Napali. We're gonna meet Kira. This is gonna be great. She's the Messiah. We understand now. She's the Messiah. She's the Messiah. Science Officer Kira Argmanov, separated from my crewmates from ISV Kran. I've only been able to stay alive by holding up in this bell tower. A native Nali helped me escape the prison cell the Skaarj put me in. Hopefully the Skaarj won't find me here.
Well, not much for the prophecy.
So, I love this game.
Yeah, that's such a great, like, because it's like 2 twist reveals at once.
Yeah. It's, you're not the Messiah. The Nali put all their faith in someone else and did a lot to break her out of prison and provide for her. And they were wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So now the question is, are you the Messiah? Or are you just another person?
I mean, if we go by the nature of prophecy, if you fulfill the prophecy, then yeah, you're the Messiah, right? As engineers say, the function of a machine is what it does.
You know, that's true. Oh. Maybe there could have been another staircase in here. That was kind of rude of you guys.
But no, yeah, it's definitely something to think about, right?
I just think it's really interesting, the way it's done, and now we just get a little rail ride here.
Because they do that fun bit of build up where they make you really think, hey, you know, I guess this other person is just gonna have it all done before I get there. But then, you know, you're playing a video game, you probably realize something's going to happen.
Yeah. What I like is that throughout everything in Unreal, you are not the main character. You're the player character. You might even be called a protagonist, but you are not the main character. And I think this right here, this level, the culmination of finding Kira after hearing about this prophecy, hearing about the ISV Kran, finding out that, you know, the Nali have been providing for this one woman in particular, and just getting here and it all just comes crashing down, and it's like, wow, nothing about that mattered. You can't put your faith in that sort of thing. Not that you shouldn't have, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the pile of boards. It's just someone wanted boards great. There. Flipping into the rock a little bit, but
whoever thought of that? Tip of the hat to you.
Yeah, but yeah, just that reversal, just the idea that they were wrong. I just love the idea that it was doing that. And now Cellars at Dasa Pass. Guess what? It's one of my other favorite levels. Not for the same reason, but you'll see.
How much cargo was on the fucking Kran?
Kran was a big ship, remember?
At this point, I feel like the ship was like 90% cargo by volume.
I mean, it was the Inuit shipping vehicle. It was a cargo ship.
You know what? That's fair. I just, like, I don't know, I see all these boxes, and then I think of all the stacks of boxes that you passed. Oh, hey, look!
Yeah, we'll take another look once... Oh, God.
Yeah.
Once we're a little further. Oh, God, he snuck up on me! Okay. Yeah. Look who it is. It's the Vortex Rikers logo. The Skaarj have been looting our ship while we've been playing the game.
Yep.
The world is alive around us and moves when we are not paying attention. And there's a shield belt here.
That was a really big crate for a single shield belt.
Maybe it used to have more.
Yeah, it was already open. I just, like... Or, there's the possibility that all of those giant crates contain a single shield belt.
Yeah, maybe. Now, the ISV Kran, of course, is a prison vessel, so these are most likely, like, rations, or maybe they take, like, double duty pulling, like, mineral resources or something. Because depending on what kind of prison moon we were being sent to, it might have been like a forced labor camp sort of thing. So,
well, absolutely. If like pretty much every prison cuts a profit on prison industry, right? Putting the prisoners to work, making license plates and vending machine parts and stuff. So, bringing their own raw materials certainly makes sense in that regard.
Yeah.
Remember, they're not slaves, they're prisoners with jobs.
So yeah, this is one of my favorite levels just because of what it literally implies, like the implications. It's just like, yeah, the world isn't standing still waiting for us, the player. And that's such a good distillation.
It's such an understated way to do it, because like Half-Life, it's
it does.
The first time you get to the surface, it's like a big pitched battle with aircraft and artillery, and everyone's screaming, everything's going on. It's like, oh, this battle has been raging on the surface. It's like, yeah, okay. Or we can just show you some boxes with a logo you've seen before.
Yeah, Unreal is so good at doing this sort of thing really in a really understated way of just like draw your own conclusions. Like these other human like this one is from the
Yeah,
Vortex
they got the
Rikers,
uniform. Yeah. And
which even through all of
yeah.
Bluff Ever Smoking, people have still come this far.
Yeah. Love the smoking. Anyway, with regards to that, what's he doing? When you make the inertia of a fictional place more understated, it sells it to the player more strongly, I feel, than doing like big, grabbing the camera and shaking it and yelling at the player, things are happening when you're not around.
Yeah. Bridge Foreman Khan Vrana. I've about had it with Grok Volrath. He's such a pompous son of a bullrock. If he makes us fix the drawbridge one more time in the rain, I'm gonna bust his face in.
That was something straight out of the Star Trek script.
Yeah, these very... like, these are just Klingon names. Hold on a second. Yeah, also, I haven't mentioned it yet, but these are the Crawl, which I did mention. These guys right here would turn into, like, the 10-foot tall, 800-pound lizard monsters from Unreal Tournament 3. Yeah, thanks, Epic. Thanks for doing that for us. Real nice of you to throw us Unreal fans a bone.
The enemies in Unreal Tournament 3 with the Crawl? I thought that was a locust.
Why wasn't Gears of War about the 7-day siege? I want somebody to tell me. Explain to me, as if I were a child, why Gears of War was not an Unreal game about the 7-day siege. Ow, my shield belt.
It's a cave rock. It's probably too slippery.
Yeah. Well, there's just some bullets there. Can't really use those right now. I'm full up.
Pull up. You can survive that.
I don't think I could.
Just keep your legs straight, keep your ankles together, tuck in your chin when you hit the water.
I believe they make even the fish have more health as the game goes on.
No, it's skill-based damage.
I mean, I don't know if it happens in this game, but UT, at least, does have a way to adjust bot skill on the fly based on how you're doing. So... No! No!
Holding the ratchet. Did it just damage you?
No, that was a piece of my flak bouncing around. I think he ducked.
You know, I feel like I would thrive in the vocation of gate guard.
Yeah?
Just standing next to a big gate, leaning against a pole arm of some form. Not really doing much of anything.
Yeah. Oh, look, another lovely little realistically styled area. Oh, that's a bad place to hide. Oh, maybe it was fine. Oh, more dice.
I feel like shooting that's just gonna hurt you. But,
Yahtzee!
Oh, okay. It did break. Did you seriously have to sit there and think of a dice thing?
No. No, I had that one the entire time.
You had that unlock? Okay.
Leave me alone. Look, people don't like to talk about it, but streaming is actually very mentally taxing. And I already used up the two most obvious jokes that were already in my head, and I had to think of something more normie. It's like, what's a regular game people play with a dice that isn't like a war game or D&D?
Boggle? I don't know.
Boggle? Sorry? Or Trouble? Dasa Pass Mountain Station, Grok Vorath. We've decided to ditch using the Nali as slaves here. The word is they all believe their savior has come from the stars to kill us. We decided to execute them for refusing to work anyways.
Damn.
This past week we received over 45 cases of high-tech equipment from the crashed human spacecraft ISV Kran. I've decided to store them in the cellars before we ship to the Warlord. I ordered repairs to the drawbridge again. This is getting really old. I'm sick of dealing with the behemoths. They constantly break things and they're slobs like Aldarian pigs. Aldarian pigs. I'm anxious to get back to my homeworld.
What kind of climate you think Skaarj Prime got?
Well, like, they're insects that go into lizards, so maybe, like, humid?
Maybe. They are very active. It probably does have a warm climate. The surface of the entire planet is just one big swamp.
So, again, here we have just kind of, like, a little area you can go to get some neat info.
The basement with lore? What is this? Dark Souls?
Now, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe there is something I'm supposed to be able to do here. Is there a... What am I missing? Did I miss something when I went down?
Search me.
Quick, go pull up our other Let's Play from 2016.
Don't do that.
No, I'm talking to you. Tell me what I need to do next.
I am not doing that.
Alright, let me take another look down here. I might have missed a button, or maybe a different way I could have gone. I will say...
Yeah.
I think Unreal sometimes has trouble with signposting.
Yeah, but that's not an Unreal thing.
No, that's every game from 1990.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least there's not someone in our head literally giving us a giant glowing dot to... Yes, I did miss a button.
I don't know, maybe
Wow, I could
Maybe
have
if
sworn.
it's just that. You threw that switch, didn't you?
I thought I did. Like, I was sure I did.
Oh,
It
you did. It
closes.
just closed. Okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
Um. Yeah, if only we had someone running ahead of us and painting everything we need to use with big, bright, neon yellow paint.
Yeah. I mean, what if our character just constantly talked to herself and was like, I should find a way to open that gate?
Wait a minute, that card.
Yeah, the thing is, Unreal is generally, like, I do still think it sometimes has an issue with signposting. It's generally pretty good at leading you where you need to be, but in some areas like, you know, Sunspire, Bluff Ever Smoking, it can be so big and have so many different ways to go that it can honestly become difficult to know what you're really supposed to be doing, which is a valid criticism of the game. Like, sometimes the freedom that these levels offer can work against it because you're not really sure how much you actually have to do to progress. But typically it's like, oh, there's a locked door. I need to find a way to open that. Where haven't I been? Etc., etc.
You know, you find plenty of translator messages talking about the next place that you probably want to head to,
Yeah.
and so on.
Okay. Little gatehouse.
It is, but it's like a tower that they built in this little ravine. It's like,
I guess they wanted the choke point to be even narrower.
yeah. I just, you know, it could have. You guys could have just stacked rocks. It didn't have to be a perfectly round tower. uh. I feel like maybe someone put the brushes together to make that little tower with the turret on top and couldn't find a good place to use it.
Maybe.
They're like, damn it, I did the work and I'm putting it in the damn game.
Yeah. Alright, here's an enemy placement I'll criticize. What are they doing up here? There's no way up here.
They're doing the exact same thing the Ed Orlando archers are doing.
It's one of those times where it's just like, I don't know, put a little railing there and a little door that I can't get to. I'm not giving this game a pass just because I like it, it's just that it doesn't happen often the way I don't think is good. Hey, there we go. Cellars at Dasa Pass. What do you think? Do we have another... Is this level also kind of long?
Dasa Pass? I don't know.
I think this level
You've
is
replayed this.
slightly long. So you know what? I'm kind of hungry. I'm going to call it here. It's been 2.5 hours. I think now's a good time to stop. We just hit a new level. We got through a big section of the game.
Hopefully
So,
the bit rate didn't get crunched.
oh no, I made sure before going live and after that OBS was still set to the proper bitrate.
Good. Alrighty.
So, well, thank you everybody for hanging out. It was nice to play this game, of course. It was nice to chat. I hope folks out there who have not seen this game before are enjoying it. I think there's a lot to talk about. I think there's a lot to like even now, 27 years on,
Jeez.
Unreal is a great game, and while I understand that Half-Life blew everybody away, for good reason, I wish more
Yeah.
people had taken lessons from Unreal sooner. Thank
I
you.
love those little flame effects in the background there.
Yeah. Oh, it's so quaint, right?
Mm.
Just thank you for hanging out. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Everyone else out there, seeing it now or seeing it later, which I guess is now if you're watching, because that's how video recording works. See you later, everybody. Have a good time out there.
Have a good time.